Hello, everybody.
Hello.
If you want to hear how much fun we're having, make sure to subscribe to our Patreon at the $5 and up level to hear us pre-drink.
Or the $2 just for funsies.
Yeah, you don't get pre-drink episodes, but you get our newsletter that Sonia works so hard to put out every week, and a transcript of the episode, as well as new cocktail recipes every week. I didn't even know there was that many cocktails. So
I just like, okay, this sounds good. I'm pretty sure like I've made a lot of drinks in my life. I'm like, okay, this sounds like it's a drink. And then I give it a name. And like, if you listen to last week's episode, no, it's a few weeks. We're a few weeks ahead. If you listen to the episode Peeling Oranges and Eating Ass, we have the drink for that week is Citrus Ingalingus. So,
I love that. Yeah, no, it's super. I mean, hell, my husband and I, when we got married, we got to choose a cocktail, and we just chose one that they already had and just changed the name. Like that's all we did.
That's what a lot of drinks nowadays are. It's just like that bartender's little kind of like change up of it, and it's pretty much the same as like 30 other drinks.
Yeah.
So that's what us opinionated lushes are doing. If you don't want me to know your drink recipe, lock that shit up.
Put it behind a paywall because we don't got money. So.
Yeah, that's right. Sometimes even with the paywalls, you can find it.
Okay, well, speaking of getting married to my husband, we have a guest for you guys tonight. And that
I wonder who it is.
I don't know. I hope I didn't give it away.
Oh my God, you're just like a whole different husband. You're like, oh, this is my new husband. My secret one nobody knows about.
Well, now we're going to hard launch him. Here's my second husband. No, but in all reality, we're bringing on the good husband, Tep No.
Hello.
Hi.
What are you drinking tonight, Jessica?
I am drinking rum and coke that my fabulous husband got for me because my daughter, our daughter, I guess.
It's just yours.
Went to the grocery store today.
Oh, talking about our daughter, she's on the door. I'll be back.
Okay. And then Dawn can ask her question.
And I'm back.
Oh, okay, Sonia, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm having Sprite and rum.
Okay.
Nice.
You took a pause there and I was like, you just put Sprite in your water bottle? Like, are you just making it look like you're drinking?
My brownie just
Perfect timing.
the timing of the world just like slowed down.
That's hard.
Yeah, you got suddenly red.
Yeah. Like, you know when it like hits? Like you're just like, whoa.
Yeah, if you're watching this, pause it at the exact moment that you see the brownie hit Sonia.
Yeah. It's like because like as soon as it hits, right? But then you can like adjust to the new time you're facing. Like I have to like reboot.
Turn it off, turn it on again.
Yeah. So the words can work again.
Yeah.
Chris, what are you drinking tonight?
I'm drinking twisted tea, raspberry.
Ooh, fancy.
He buys
Those are
twisted tea because he knows I don't like it, so
From the
it's
variety
safe.
pack.
To keep it. Yeah. It's all for you.
Yep.
I'm just drinking Coke.
Just the Coke.
Just Coke.
I'm
That's
drinking
cup.
rum and Coke, so kind of twinsies,
Twinsies.
cousins at least.
Yeah, like third cousin.
Or just siblings. Like, we're not twinsies, we're just siblings.
Yeah. You're related, but half.
Yeah. Well, we're not from like the same time in the same womb. That's all. We were in the same womb different times.
Fair, if you want to put it that way.
This is a little intense. But
Okay, so we're gonna spin our wheel, and hopefully it's a good topic. I always get nervous when we have a guest.
Chris, it's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
You say worse things.
Did
I
we
don't
have
want to do this one. This
Yeah.
one sounds boring. Okay, you guys.
It's our podcast. It's our rules.
Yeah. I don't want to talk about movies. Let's just do what she said.
What are we, a pop culture podcast? No.
If you could Google anything in your life, what would it be?
Okay.
Well, like
Where do you-
technically, we could Google anything
We can
now.
I was
Google
like, wait,
anything.
Google in real life.
Like maybe before Google.
Like
That
Ask
question doesn't-
Jeeves.
Yeah, like, this question is not making sense to me at all.
No, do
And
we
I-
need to pick a third one?
Because we can literally Google anything.
yeah, I was like, what?
So I don't.
What am I?
I can
meaning
write like,
by that?
"Do aliens exist?" and I'll get some,
Oh my gosh!
something saying
I know
that
the
aliens
bomb, you
exist,
can
and some
Google
saying
that.
they don't.
You know what the first post, if you Google "Do aliens exist?" It's the Washington Post, and it goes, "What we actually know about aliens, according to science."
Oh God.
Okay, third time's the charm.
I obviously did some of these high. If they're not making it,
Oh,
Okay.
this is a good one.
yeah. When you're bored, what do you usually do?
Chris, would you like to go first?
When I'm bored, I mean, it takes me a lot to get bored.
It's true.
I always have something. So if I'm, if I'm looking after lyric, I usually still have my headphones on. I still listen to stuff, or I, run around the house to make sure she doesn't hurt a cat. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
You don't
I don't
have
know.
time to be bored. You always have
I-
like a task lined up, an interest lined up.
Like, I honestly don't remember the last time that I was bored. Maybe I get bored like when you're in bed and you're trying to sleep, and then you're
That's how
bored
you
'cause
sleep.
can't
You're like,
sleep.
fuck, I'm bored. You
Yeah.
shut down.
Yeah, it's like, well, this is boring. I'm trying to sleep and it's not working.
We're just laying there. Like, I need
Yeah.
to be doing something else.
Yeah.
I need to be swimming.
Yo, I don't
Yeah.
know. Do you guys get bored?
All
Probably.
the time.
Yeah.
There's not a, I'm bored right now, actually.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm
That's
so
it.
fucking bored. Oh man.
I don't know. I have a problem with like games because like I'll be playing a game and then like 10 minutes in, I'll be like, this isn't what I want to play. I'm bored. And then I spend like so long trying to figure out what game will make me not bored that then it's bedtime.
Yeah, you're just like
Yeah.
trying not to be bored.
Yeah.
You spend
Things
a
just
lot
don't
of time-
hit anymore. It's just,
That's
I don't have time. I'm
competition.
too tired. It's hard being excited, you know? Like it takes
Yeah.
so much energy.
Yeah. I can bring you some Vyvanse and you can like help perk you up.
I guess like when I'm bored, like that's what I do is I just try to get as much like stimulation as possible. So sometimes I'll play a game while watching a YouTube video, while on Discord, while talking to group chat, while posting podcast things, while also checking my phone every once in a while for some reason, even though I'm on my computer. So
Yeah, I have to multitask like that too, because like I have to have. Well, I already know I have ADHD, so maybe you do too. I have like all these like tabs open. I have like a little computer. I have my notepad going. I have TV on. I just you just do so many things. Oh, when you're doing one thing.
yeah. There's one main thing that I'm trying to do, and then all the other things are to keep me focused by distracting me.
Yeah,
There's a math to it.
it is. Yeah. Are you
What
ever
about you
bored,
guys?
Dumry?
I nap when I'm bored. I'm like I don't want to like think of things to do. I'm just like, no, I'm just gonna go to sleep and then I'll pass and then I'll have something to do when I wake up.
Yeah,
That's my logic.
just sleep it out. You're like, oh, okay. I'm waiting for the next task in
If I
life
get,
to happen.
busy, like where I need to do something, then I'll like bake. I'll look up a recipe randomly, and then I'll bake something.
I do that because I have to. That's like, oh, I gotta like make bread.
You have to bake brownies.
Brownies. What's
Yeah.
funny though is Kyle is the baker. Like he does all our breads, all our buns, all the brownies, everything like that. And I don't. I eat it like that.
You're doing your part.
That's right. I'm making sure it doesn't go to waste. There's this thing that he has to make for me. That's like our lifetime agreement. It's called Pooh's Breakfast Lasagna. And I waited like 3 years for this one because like we've always been too busy. We had it yesterday because it was leap year and we have like dessert buffet. And so it was like so good. It's like pound cake and waffles and pancakes and custard and fruit and pastry cream.
I know. I saw a picture.
Yeah.
So jealous.
It's so good.
So you get high first and then you eat it, right?
I don't know.
No?
It's a sober eating.
It's just that good.
Like, yeah, I just have to like savor it, except for since I had COVID. It was not as good as it usually is. I was very sad. I can't like food, like sometimes it's good, but sometimes it's like, oh, I can kind of taste it, but it's not the best.
I've been having an issue where I'm eating something and halfway through it starts to taste like shit. So I have to stop eating it.
That sucks.
Like COVID? Did you get it?
I don't know.
And then you usually give it to me.
Yeah, and then I'm like, I can't eat this anymore, and I give it to Chris. Literally
That's
everything.
what you did yesterday.
That's what and I didn't finish my salad today because same thing happened. Like I just like the taste changes in my mouth. I don't know. I think it's like a long COVID symptom.
Yeah, like long COVID.
So bad, so shitty. Chris plays Apex. Do you play that when you're like bored? Like, is that how you stop being bored? Maybe.
I find I never get bored. I usually
he just disagrees.
I usually just play it. I play it, then I get song ideas, and then I'm going back and forth between my my music software and Apex, and then sometimes I get distracted and I forget that I'm playing Apex. So then I'm like working on something, and then I didn't realize that the game had started, and I'm like, sorry guys, like, I didn't realize.
It's you're like, no, Apex is a choice.
Yep.
Like I'm not doing it because I'm bored. It's a choice.
There's zero boredom because it's a choice.
No, I don't know if it's a choice. I think it's an addiction. It's like, damn, I didn't play a good game. I need to get a better game next time. And then next time you play a great game, you're like, oh my God, like maybe I'm playing really good. Maybe I need to keep playing because I'm hitting my stride here. And next thing you know, it's like 2 hours, 3 hours later. And I'm like, oh no, it's so late now.
It sounds like a gambling addiction. It's like, oh, I lost this time, but next time I'm gonna win.
Yeah.
It's so hopeful.
I mean, on TikTok, I've been watching like card opening a lot. So
like, you know, what are those? Your kids? You give your kids like to watch YouTube, and they're watching somebody else play a game.
Yeah,
like that. Like you, I can go get cards and open them yourself, but you're like, no. I need to watch this.
Yeah, I watch people open sports cards and Pokemon cards and Magic the Gathering cards and sometimes like I join breaks for like sports breaks. So I buy a team and then you get all the cards from that team. And sometimes you get a lot of cards, sometimes you don't get shit. So
yeah, now we're getting little card packages.
It's a gambling addiction. It's totally a gambling addiction. And like, where am I going to sell those cards? Like, am I going to put them on eBay?
we have cards here Kyle's dad gave to us to like sell to get money. And there's like a couple grand and stuff in it. And there's like, where the fuck do we send this to? Like, it's like you have to mail them off somewhere.
Yeah, you need to send them to PSA
like nobody
to grade them.
Here. Yeah. You're just like, oh, we just have it.
Tell them how much it costs to get a card graded.
I think it's like $15 per card.
I thought it was like more.
No.
Okay. Only
If it's like a higher price card, I think it's like $25.
okay.
But it's not super expensive.
That's
Well,
crazy expensive for
I
one.
bet the card's only
Yeah.
$20.
Yeah, it's like you spent
Look at a card.
$15 just to find out the card is worth $30. It's like, okay. And then you're
Well,
gonna
that's-
sell it to someone that's gonna pay it $25.
But that's why
And-
you have to send the ones that are valuable. Usually
Not the
numbered
$10
cards.
ones. Yeah.
They have to be numbered, or else you don't send them.
See, he knows all
Or rookie cards.
Yeah,
If it's a
rookie.
rookie card, I guess. So anyway, so that's what I've been doing on TikTok. Just watching card opening and sometimes joining breaks. I think so far, I think I've spent like $200 on breaks. So I would say that's a lot of money already. But now I'm like, okay, but I have to stop. So I've kind of like totally stopped now.
You should like credit cards in your freezer. Like so you can't get to it. You're like, oh
Yep. So
PayPal
yeah,
information's not saved anymore.
because it's an addiction. It's like
Yeah.
I want to keep doing this, and like sometimes you go on those TikTok lives and you see the same people like joining breaks, getting packs, and it's like I can only imagine the amount of money they're spending a month. Like they have to be spending like $2,000, $3,000 a month because I see them there all the time, and like they get those Disney 100 packs that are only available in Europe. Those are like $40 for one pack. And like I see them like getting like 4 packs, 5 packs.
This is what happens when your kids get allowance. They just go
Yeah.
to these cards.
Well, I was just about to say, could you imagine if we didn't have to spend $4,000 a month on lyrics therapy? You
Yeah.
could take half of that and spend it on card breaks.
Actually, it's $3,000. It's $3,000 that we're paying.
$3,000. Sorry.
But I mean, like
That's still
honestly, it's like so out of our financial means that I just had to ask my dad. I was like, okay, like, can you help us with that? So he provides money for that.
Yeah, he
Oh,
pays
that's good.
half. Yeah.
Yeah, just because expenses are like
Oh yeah.
way
Yeah.
too much.
Well, and it's so shitty. It's because the OAP waitlist is now like 70,000 kids.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was like 20,000 when Ford got into office, and now it's 70,000.
It literally
It's like
went-
there's no
so I joined-
services.
So I went and I joined OAP, and like it was at 25. Literally the following year, it jumped to 50. Then like
Yeah.
6 months after, it was 55 kids, like 55,000, and now it's at 70,000. Like within a year, doubled. Like because he
Yeah.
just got everyone
really
to get
sad.
the diagnosis, but now you're all on this program. Well,
Yeah,
or trying to get on
It's
this
like
program.
technically we're on the OAP.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
we're on the website, everything. And so
Yeah,
we
got
don't
the
get
number.
we don't get core yet. So all we get is like certain programs. And you guys were around when Lyric was going to the entry to school program, where they kicked her out of the center and then
Yeah.
basically just took her to the park 3 times a week for like 30
Yeah.
minutes. Like that's what
Because-
they did.
She couldn't get through the elevator. Like
Yeah, she couldn't get inside.
yeah, she was screaming to like go inside. She couldn't get in the elevator and they wouldn't keep her.
But now we're paying for it and getting the actual hours and attention we need. And
Yeah.
now she goes to therapy 3 hours
Yeah.
by herself.
She enjoys going there now somehow.
It's like
Which is
they know
great.
how to do their job, right? Like,
Whoa!
Yeah.
what? It just shows like, this services people qualify for low income end up
It's-
getting the least, like not the good care, like the
Yeah.
bare
It's
minimum
really
care.
sad. It's really sad, honestly. Like you look at the parking lot at the autism place, and it's like everyone drives a really nice
Yeah.
SUV. So like that's
Mhm.
something I noticed like today, especially. They all have nice SUVs, so it makes me think that they can afford the care, or who knows, maybe they work at a company where they get
Health
some insurance.
benefits.
Yeah.
Insurance.
But if you're working for yourself, then you're screwed. Like everything out of pocket, dental, especially.
Come on, 2025.
Yeah. Medication.
Yeah.
Like I just got this one inhaler. So I grabbed this inhaler. I think it was like 175.
Yeah.
Now they're telling me, oh, and I go to the clinic 2 days ago, and then they're like, we need to change inhalers for you. So now I have another inhaler, this one here, and that's like $100, and you can take it 8 times a day, but like I feel like I'm gonna empty it pretty fast.
You have to get
So-
another one.
Yeah, Chris has
Yeah.
been, we don't know exactly what it is, but like since he's been back from his tour, it's not a cold or anything because we haven't caught anything. And it's
Yeah.
been weeks. So it's just his cough. So
I mean, I think today is the day I'm feeling a little bit better.
you slept a lot today though.
Yeah.
So that probably helped.
So yeah, but it's been weeks now, so
Yeah.
oh well. It is what
Oh wow.
That's not just life after
Yeah.
COVID.
But like, yeah, the puffers are so expensive. I'm just choosing not to breathe. Like,
it is. Yeah.
I'm just choosing not to use my inhaler because I don't want to have to pay $275.
And it's
like-
so uncomfortable if you have asthma. Like
Yes,
I
it
feel
is.
like you're just like gonna die because you can't catch your breath.
Yeah, it's like breathing through a straw constantly.
Yeah.
And then when you have the tiniest chest cold,
Yeah.
it's like breathing through a straw on fire. Like it's so heavy all the time. It's
Yeah.
not fun.
That's what it felt the whole
Yeah.
tour.
Oh, that
like,
sounds horrible.
And he has to sing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the really bad part. I actually did a podcast entry for my own podcast. It's called Breathe Be Happy. And I was talking about that where it's like you have to perform under crazy circumstances sometimes. And if you're singing, then it's even worse. If you're just like, I feel like if you're playing guitar, if you're playing drums, you can feel sick, but I mean, you're just, you're playing an instrument. But if you're singing and then you have to do a bunch of shows and you have to perform for an hour and a half, 2 hours, then it's really, really hard. And, sometimes you're like, is it really worth it? So it's like, you have to make sure that it pays well, I guess. Yeah, you have to remember why you're doing it. You're doing it to bring an income for your family, and then you're also doing it for, all the people and fans and whatnot who maybe have been waiting for years to see you perform, or, or maybe they had a really shitty week and they just want to go to a show to just like, get the edge off, and you're providing that for them. So it's pretty important for people. Like,
Oh yeah, we talk about music a lot on here and how much it like helps us sometimes.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like, I don't know why, but the Canadian landscape to me doesn't feel like that. Like I can play a show here. Like we played at the Horseshoe Tavern. I think there was like maybe 120 people, and like
Maybe, yeah.
it's not that many people. Like I remember I performed in Indianapolis, which I mean, I'm sure if people who live in Indianapolis would say there's not a whole lot there. And there was like 450 people, 500 people. Like
That's a lot. Yeah.
They just wanted to have a good time. And yeah. And so, yeah, I don't know that I find like people in the US and other countries I find they're really in party mode. Like,
They're never
just bored. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I think.
So they go
That's
drink
what I
and
think.
party.
I mean, we went to London, England, and it's a party city. Like, yeah,
Oh
people
my God,
work hard,
it
but they
smells
party
like
hard.
Piss
Yeah, people were pissing on the buildings.
on the cobblestone because
And there was a
everything's
lot-
cobblestone, so the pee seeps in
Yeah,
and then it just
and
smells.
then it just drips. It just drips because everything's on an angle.
Wear your rain boots when you're in London.
Pretty
And
much.
that's any traveling advice you could give. Is wear your rain boots no matter what.
And there was a lot of guys in the bathroom that were snorting coke. Yeah, that's a big thing in London.
The
A lot of
I'm
Irish
pretty sure that's a
people.
big thing in a lot of countries.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
Coke is a big thing.
there's definitely a
getting
lot of
popular
Irish people
again.
that were there just to drink.
Well,
Like
it
you could tell who was Irish because they were like way past drunk. They kept going.
Well, it was so bad. Like we're walking around, we're trying to find, somewhere to go. We don't know. And this person standing outside a bar was like, no, just come in. We're having BOGOs on till like 9 p.m.
Yeah.
or something, right? And we're like, okay, we'll come in. BOGOs for drinks. Yeah. And it's a clown bar.
Yep.
There's clowns everywhere, but there's also don't slap people's ass signs. It's not a joke.
Yeah, it was like a consenting
like-
place.
Yeah, it's like, oh, that's great. Good clowning around. And we go, and I'm like, what? They have a menu where all these drinks are the same price. So I was like, oh, BOGO, we'll just get 2 separate drinks. So I asked Chris
Yeah.
what he wants, what I want. She makes 2 of each, and we get 4 of these
They're
giant
like
drinks.
giant drinks.
Like, okay.
We're just like carrying them to our table.
Yeah, so I drink when I'm bored.
Yeah, that's a good way to
Something
pass
I
it.
do. Yeah.
Ah.
Makes time go faster, makes shit funnier.
It's just like talking to your husband funnier. Was that the hint? Like, oh man, drinking.
Half the time I'm just talking to myself and I'm like, damn, this is good stuff.
You should record yourself.
When I'm
She
like,
You,
does.
you need a hot
does.
mic all the time.
yeah,
I'm like recording
keep your
all the time.
ideas.
She knows that. She's like, I have this note, like this voice note in my phone. I don't know from what, but guys, listen. And she'll send it to us.
what is
So
this?
she does. She does record herself.
I always say if I die, go through my stuff. Like go through it. I want you guys to like experience.
If anything happens, I get to come over and I'm going through Jessica's stuff.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna make
Your favorite
TikToks of
stuff,
Jessica's
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah, this is my dead friend. We're going through her computer today.
I'm respecting her
Yep.
wishes, okay? She wanted me to do this.
Yeah.
You're just still there. This is my dead friend, and like picked your body up. Go to the hospital yet?
I'm on life support in the background.
Yep.
We're just waiting for like the organ people to show up so we can unplug you.
Today we're going through her computer files.
Recorder, just carry her away, but like, bye, Jessica.
Do it though, like no joke. I totally make it content. Whatever gets the
I
bills
will.
paid,
I'm going to do it.
I'm giving you guys
I will.
permission.
Dawn gets to go through my stuff.
Yeah, so if anyone's like, "Oh, this is in bad taste," just like clip this.
Just don't save it.
Like, listen.
This is what you
Doing her
wanted.
favor.
This is my final will and testament. Okay,
Yeah.
go through my stuff.
What about while you're alive?
Oh no, wait. In case
Okay.
it's embarrassing.
I might be embarrassed.
But like
Yeah.
alive, she'll care because she's.
I don't want to be cringe, but like if I'm dead, I get like a pass. Like no one's
Yeah.
gonna be like, "Oh, this is really bad."
No, they'll be like, "Oh, you're dead, right?" So we can't.
Yeah.
say
Yeah.
anything. Like, "Oh, that'll make us an asshole."
They're like, "Oh, that's such a great way to celebrate your friend."
Yeah.
It'd be rude if they say anything else.
Yeah, it's true. Especially if you post it right after I die, it's very recent.
Yeah, it is. It'll be this during. It'll be a live, a TikTok live.
Yeah.
We'll get your
Yeah.
best combo.
Live stream my funeral. Just in case my parents watch. They're not allowed, but they're allowed to watch the live stream. Like they're not allowed to be
Okay.
there.
Can we like
I'll
a
remember that.
window? Like they can watch through a window.
You're just peeking out.
Okay, but only if we get a picture of that because that's hilarious.
We'll wait until
With
it's like
binoculars.
raining and pouring out. Like we can't start yet. We have to wait.
And go.
The proper weather conditions.
Man, I wish I could be there. Sounds kind of fun.
You just won't be.
Technically, but you know.
Yeah, technically you are there.
Your body's there,
Yeah.
melting away, whatever happens. What is it?
I want to be mulched. So technically, you're just going to look at a pile of dirt unless you have like a wake. Yeah, no, it's like so much mulch. So you could all get like a little baggie of soil. Y'all can have a little
Nice.
piece of me.
I got a
Then we'll
whole
plant a
big thing to
tree.
put in my garden.
Yeah.
Help fertilize all the plants.
You'll be like, here's Jessica's zucchinis.
Yeah.
I'll have an herb garden for you. It'll be perfect.
The marijuana plants.
Oh
the
my
marijuana.
God, yes. I'm already half marijuana already. Right.
Yeah, it's gonna be the best strain ever.
Right? Yeah, it'll be like super
The Jessica.
flourish. Yeah. the Jessica.
Everyone will demand the Jessica, and I'll be like, only I got it.
That's a lot of weed. They make so much. We only had one plant last time and it made like so much, too much.
Yeah, it's because your plant's like the size of 4 plants.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's so much weed.
Yeah, I want to grow eventually, but first I have to do my lawn. And I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You can like do it in your house. That's where mine is.
We don't have space in our house.
Yeah.
You can wait until your yard outside's done.
Yeah, that's the goal. Tented up.
Like a little greenhouse.
Yeah.
That'd be
Yeah.
cute. You know what you should do? You should contact Backyard Builds on HGTV. I
Oh,
love
I
that
thought you
show.
knew a guy.
No, it's not anybody I know, but like my like client is obsessed with this show, and
Oh,
now
yeah.
I have become obsessed with this show because like I'm only there for social visits, and I was like, I need to watch this show all the time. So now I need you to meet them. So when they come to your yard, I will fly over and like stare at them with binoculars and watch.
You could we'll just say that you're like my sister and you live in the house temporarily.
Okay, to meet them.
Yeah, that's fine. What are they gonna
My
do?
friend
Fact check?
visiting.
Right?
Like, just
We
say
have-
the truth and be like, my friend's visiting.
No, we have a pot. Well, then they'd be like, she can't be on set. But that'd be like, she lives
She
here.
came all the way from New Brunswick. Damn right she's gonna be here.
And Chris used to watch a lot of like house sale shows.
Yeah.
We used to, what was that $1 Million? What was the LA one we used to watch?
Trying to
Sunset.
remember.
Wait, was it?
I mean, they're selling Sunset. Yeah, that's
That's
one.
one of
But
them.
oh no, we were watching $1 Million Listing LA.
That's
yeah.
the one we were watching.
Yeah. So many nice houses on there.
That we'll never afford.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like it's $1 million and it's like a tiny house.
But the thing is like,
Hamilton.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I was like 1.1, like it would be like 1.2, of course, US $1 million
Like, oh,
there.
that's not bad.
Yeah, and then we come here, and then it's like $1.2 million Canadian for
Yeah.
like a shack
To-
or a
to
parking
live-
spot.
To live in Canada
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
where the weather is awful. I mean, yeah, I would say it's safer to live here in Canada than to live in LA. Like, you know, you can get shot in LA. I mean, you can still get shot here, but I would say
I was gonna
there's a
say,
lot
you
less
get shot
people
here.
with guns.
But the chances are a lot lower than in
Yeah.
this.
You know, they announce like murders here, but it's pretty rare.
Yeah.
There's so many people with guns, even in LA, and people getting murdered, and they don't always talk about it because it happens so often.
A lot
That
of
they
them
don't
get
want to.
hit.
Yeah,
In communist
Like, on the news
California.
today, there's been 11 deaths. So yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, that's the thing is, especially because like our entire country is the population of California.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like my province is like Hamilton. Like
Yeah.
that's the population.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's one city.
Yeah. So
It's not even a big city.
yeah, so the more people, the more crime. And then as poverty gets worse, the more crime. I mean, we went to California and like homelessness is rampant there because a lot of
Yeah.
homeless people will travel states because the weather is good there and it's touristy, which obviously if you can't afford a house, outdoor weather and tourists is the best way you're going to eat and sleep. So yeah, you go to California, which is totally fair. But yeah, you see that a lot there.
And we also watch the show Lottery Dream Home.
I've seen that
Where
too.
Yeah.
With that
I
guy,
think we've
love that
watched every episode. Like, we've watched it on like Discovery Plus. So
We watch a lot of reality TV.
Yeah.
He loves it, so it's fine.
yeah, like Love is Blind right now. That's kind of hard to avoid.
There's like on the internet right now, they're like making fun of this girl because she doesn't look like Megan Fox.
She does though.
She looks a little bit.
Yeah, she just looks like a Wish version.
Jimmy doesn't
Kelsey.
look good. He looks like Bobby Hill.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I don't know why he's complaining. Like, she's
I know.
still out
He
of his
doesn't look like a whole lot.
league.
He should be happy he's getting anything at this point.
Yeah.
Then we realize that he has two friends like that he's been hanging out for 2 years, but they're two women. So that's a bit awkward there. Because I mean, I don't know, maybe he's sleeping with them.
That he works with and
maybe he
every
talks
day.
shit. Maybe he talks so much shit about his fiance. So
Okay.
who knows?
I just want to say, to be fair to Chelsea, she said, and I quote, my friends think I look like Machine Gun Kelly's girlfriend,
Yeah.
MGK's girlfriend, but I don't see it except for in maybe the eyes and the lips.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she, like, people just exaggerated, like.
Yes, and if she was thinner, Jimmy would have been fine with it.
Yeah.
Is she not?
I mean,
skinny
I think
already?
she's thin.
She's thin,
I think
but
she's thin.
she's not Hollywood
Megan
thin.
Fox thin.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
not Megan Fox thin. She's curvy.
Oh,
and
so she's not like anorexic.
Yes, that's exactly it. She's not,
Like a stick. Yeah.
right. And I think because of that, it's like he was I feel like her face didn't need to look like Megan Fox. If her body did, he would have been happy. But because her face kind of looks like Megan Fox and her body doesn't, that's where it came from. And also, like, the audacity of this man to be like a strong 4 and think he deserves a Megan Fox. Fucking
I
gross.
don't know. I don't get it. I mean, when he
It's
was
always
like,
the same type of guy though, who thinks they deserve, like, it's a really gross 4 with like really bad ideals towards women who think they get like the Megan Foxes and the other ones. I can't think of any other actress name because the only one on my brain right now is Megan Fox.
But
So like apparently she is
and she has
example of
weird
beauty, I guess.
thumbs. So you can be hot as Megan Fox and still have a weird body part. Just remember that.
I don't even think Megan Fox looks hot anymore. She had so much plastic surgery, and I don't know. I don't know what happened after her divorce. There, she just became a different person. We don't hear about her kids anymore. I don't even know if she sees her kids.
That's what I always like. Did she just like give them to the other guy? Like,
Yeah.
just, like, fucked right
The
off?
guy from 90210.
90210. The guy whose storyline in 90210 is he cheats on like his virgin like fiance with his music A&R.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, he does.
I remember that part.
Yeah. So I always thought that was funny, but yeah, I just think people are being so much ruder to the women in that than they are to the men, considering Jeremy comes in. He applied to Love is Blind when he was engaged.
Yeah.
The other guy who had a girlfriend who knew he was going to be on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, and he was texting her like they have that text thread. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like this fucking
Not just that, he was blackmailing her too.
Yeah, he was threatening to send. He was threatening
Yeah.
if she came out that he was going to post like pictures that he has of her.
He was gonna put like revealing pictures
Revenge
or videos or
porn.
something.
Which
Like
is highly
revenge
illegal.
porn.
And
Revenge
he
porn
was
is
the
highly
good
illegal.
guy. Like, that's the thing. Like, everyone was rooting for him and was like, why did Chelsea pick Jimmy? She could have picked this guy. Then it turns out this guy is a fucking douche canoe. Jeremy cheats on his fiance on the show
Yeah.
while
Yes,
leaving
I've
his
seen the
other
thing.
fiance to be on the show. And his other fiance had a kid. So he was like almost a stepdaddy.
Yeah.
So like, but people go after the women. And Clay, every scene. I've never met a man who doesn't cheat.
I don't know anyone.
My dad, he was a good father, but damn, did he cheat on my mom. Yeah, every scene, and like I'm like he's just like warning you, like that's what that is, AD, and AD's like the hottest one there. So I'm like, damn girl, like you're stuck with him. Oof.
I think she's just like, staying with him to stay on the show.
Yeah,
I don't think she wants to be with that guy.
They get a bonus if they make it to the altar. They don't have to get married. They just got to make it to the altar for good TV. So I think she's just in it for the bonus.
Plus, I mean, you can get on Cameo after, can make some money that way. So,
see, this is what we do as a couple when we're bored. Yeah, we talk about Love is Blind drama.
So that's why I'm never bored. There's always something going on.
You're always doing something. I'm like, I can't wait until I'm bored. But like, if I'm bored at something, I'm like, oh, I'm kind of bored. I do lists, like, just whatever, to do's, to wants, decorating ideas, recipes I want to learn, and then I find something to do. Usually, writing a list is like, oh, now I'm doing something.
It's like the in between. It's like you're bored, so you find a task to keep you unbored enough until you find something to do that you're not bored doing.
Yeah, it's like when you're snacking, you have the snack while you look for a snack.
Yes. Yeah. No, I find like a lot TikTok has made it so I don't feel bored as much.
You're watching a lot of TikTok. You and Domri both, yeah.
Literally, it's like I'm like what? Like here, I'm at my desk, and I'm like the bathroom is just right outside the door, and I'm like, oh, I have to pee, so I grab my phone, open TikTok, and I walk out and scroll through a couple TikToks while I'm going pee, and come back, and I put my phone down back on my computer. Didn't have to have any minute of rest.
I mean, I do the same when I go to the bathroom.
Just bring your TikTok.
Yeah. I
actually don't do that. That's the one thing I don't do. I do not bring my phone to the bathroom. I just leave it and I go and I come back to it.
But what do you do when you're shit and you're bored? Do you just read the shampoo bottles?
I guess. I don't do anything.
She just like, contemplates life while she's shitting. Yeah. She's just like, oh man.
What should I do for dinner today? Like,
while you're shitting, you're like, man, I could really go for meatballs.
I really need to book that dentist appointment. Like,
you just like relaxed. Mine's just like, okay, I'll have Kyle on speed dial just in case. I'm like this whole thing. Like I have like a cold claw compress. I just like
for poop madness.
Oh man, it's the days that I don't, I like message them. I'm like, guys, I didn't almost pass out today. Like
I pooped without pain.
So just like the small victories. I gotta celebrate the wins.
For me, it's like I have to have 3 practice poops before I actually go. So it's like, I think I have to go. I sit. No, not yet. See, Chris, can I talk about your bowel movements?
Sure. I don't care.
I just want to ask because it's more like Chris will be like, okay, I'm going to go to the bathroom and then I'm going to hop in the shower. The shower doesn't start for 40 minutes. Like, then I'll hear a flush. I'm like, I thought he was already showered by now. No.
Yeah.
Well, like, sometimes you need to just sit there and wait. You like.
Yeah, exactly.
Not 40 minutes. That's bad for your bowels.
I'm good at wasting time.
Your thing. There. The doctor's saying don't sit on a toilet for more than 15 minutes to 20 minutes at a time at the most.
Sometimes it takes that long to like start.
Do you use the
squatty
potty thing? Yeah, squatty potty. Okay.
Yeah,
if you use the squatty potty, it reduces risk. So
I use everything to help. Just calming music. Like I have to like
candle.
Because sometimes it causes stress and then anxiety also. And I'm like, okay, like just calm down. Because then you can't go and then the pain hurts more. Like it's just, you need to be zen or nothing's going to happen. Like,
weird tip I only learned this being a birth doula, but in order to relax your orifices, aka both your vaginal opening and your anal opening, if you loosen your lips up here, it helps. So a lot of the times you go
Wait,
and
so,
it loosens your anus.
but that's how I do my vocal warm-ups.
Don't
Do you
poop your
poop
pants.
before a show?
Yeah. Well, yeah, because I don't want it to happen where I'm performing and I have to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like when I remember being in labor and I was just like getting stressed because I was at home because I thought that was a good idea and I was like just trying to loosen my anus, it just helps.
That's what the Calvin would come in and be like, what the fuck is happening? I'm just relaxing my anus.
I'm having a moment.
You get like those candles out,
Yeah.
get the perfect scent.
There's like a nature CD, just like where it's like ding, they have it like on spa days.
Some running water.
Yeah. So if you are an intestine doctor, you want to come on our show, we're still looking for someone.
We're still looking. We really want to do a poop episode with a professional.
Yeah. So far, we just have my experiences, which sometimes are funny, but they're sad.
Not certified in poop yet. So.
Yeah, like just because I live it doesn't mean I know about it. Like that's the problem. I don't know anything.
Yo.
I'm never bored. I'm stressed about not knowing things.
I love how stress makes it so like it's hard to get bored because you feel like you always have to be doing something.
Exactly. Maybe that's why I'm never bored, because I'm always stressed.
Yeah, you're like, oh shit.
I feel like
Yeah.
I'm not doing enough.
I can't get
Gotta do
relaxed
some
enough.
stuff.
Yeah, to be bored. I can't.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
The way my like GAD works, like I have to do something always, or like the like OCD gremlins are like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah." Quick, think dark thoughts. So like I have to like always be busy. Don't give that brain time to do anything. Even like when I'm trying to sleep, I have to think of things constantly until my body just like shuts down.
I do the same thing. I close my eyes and I just like hallucinate until I'm eventually actually dreaming.
I
Yeah.
do the opposite. I
Just
try
turn
to
it
shut
down.
my brain off.
Yeah, I do
And
the
it's
opposite.
hard.
I try to like quiet, like it has to be dark and like super quiet. That's how I sleep, like a vampire. Like it just
Yeah,
has to
that's
be pitch
usually how
black.
I try to sleep.
Except when it's with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have to have the TV
okay.
on.
I have to have
some
the
lights
TV on.
on, 3
Being married
fans
is a
on.
compromise.
Yeah, we have the lights off, TV on, no cats, which I
Yeah.
compromised on.
That's pretty good.
So yeah, but we have the TV on. I tell him he can pick the show. I'm not even picky. Just have it on until I'm asleep.
Yeah.
And if I
Turn
wake
it
up
up.
at 5 a.m. and decide I need TV on, well, it's gonna go back on. That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, ours it stays on until I'm asleep and Kyle turns it off. Like that's
Yeah.
let's keep it
Yeah.
on. And then he's like, I start snoring and then he turns it off. And then sometimes I'm like, I'm not sleeping. And he's like, you're a fucking liar. I can hear you snoring. You're sleeping.
I'm big spoon in bed, so
Yeah.
we don't even. So there's like, I have a king size bed. I have a pillow nest I sleep in on one side, which is like a pregnancy pillow and other pillows. Like I'm in a
Yeah.
thing. And then he sleeps on the other bed, like other half of the bed. And we don't even share blankets.
Oh.
Like there is
So you
no
have separate blankets?
separate blankets, separate areas of the bed. There is no touching. You're not
I
allowed to
don't
meet
even
in the
sleep
middle.
in the same bed as my husband. I'm like, I'm upstairs, he's in the basement. It's great.
So you guys probably sleep like perfectly.
Yeah.
not me. No, we are always touching, but it's like after
Yeah.
cuddling, it's our feet. So like
Yeah.
We sleep like a triangle almost, where it's like our feet are together, but the rest of us is at the end of the bed.
Yeah.
No, I cannot. No, fuck off.
No.
But then I will admit I do snore sometimes.
Yeah, but I snore too.
Not in
Really
the same
badly,
level that
probably.
he snores. Yeah.
I
Every
probably
once in a
need
while.
like I need like a CPAP machine. I feel like.
Men not treating their sleep apnea.
Yeah.
I think Kyle has it. Like he'll be sleeping, and then like he snores so loud, and then there's nothing, and then there's
Does he
like
go
like that.
Yeah.
Yes!
That's
I'm like, did he
that's you
die?
almost dying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Shit, you just almost died there. And he's like, what? Okay.
I feel like most men,
Okay, go back to death.
yeah, most men sleep like dying Victorian children. They just that's exactly what they look like. I
Yep.
don't understand it because here I am, half asleep in case someone needs me.
Yeah.
That same,
But
like
it's
literally
always
anything
the
with me, I'm
same
like,
position too, and they can do it sitting. All of a sudden, and then like the older a man gets, it's the easier. It just happens quicker and quicker, like until you're falling asleep before you sit
like
down.
mid sentence they're talking to you and then they're just out. Like
Yeah.
Guys, I'm watching TV. I'm watching this movie, I swear.
Like, just kidding.
How does it feel to be a man, Chris?
Oh, it feels great. Basically the whole world was designed for me.
Yeah.
So
well, rub it in.
especially since I'm white, like
Yeah.
everything is so much easier, I would say.
Except you're left-handed.
Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too. Like, except for I had this conversation with Kyle recently. Things used to be for left-handed people, but then now they're for both hands. Like it used
Yeah.
to be a long time ago, only left and right things, and now everything, even scissors, are both hands.
Yeah.
I was like, when did that transition happen, and why didn't I notice it happening? Like I just,
They're trying to be inclusive.
I didn't notice when it happened. It's just
Except like
whoa.
can openers though. Can openers, they're not like you have
Well,
to buy
the
a
top one.
left-handed. Huh?
There's the top ones.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and then do. It doesn't matter which way.
But like I tried the other day, I couldn't do it.
Yeah, it's because
So-
we have the side one.
Yeah. So I had to ask
side
you to
ones
do
are,
it.
yeah. That you got to upgrade. Come to the century.
We need a leftorium, you know, one
Yeah.
of those
From
lefty
the
handy
Simpsons.
stores.
Yep.
Well, we're coming up on the hour, so I guess we learned that none of us get bored. We have too much stuff to do.
Never
Kids.
bored.
That's why we are never bored.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder if
Constantly.
some people's answers to like what they do when they're bored is listening to our podcast. If that's
Well,
you, let us
that-
know.
I mean, I listen to your podcast. You know, if I'm looking after lyric or if I'm touring, you know, yeah, I guess I get bored waiting for a plane to go or so I guess yeah, I get bored. But still, you're always moving, so
So traveling, that's
yeah.
your limit.
If I'm traveling, I usually listen to your podcast.
When
or
you're
if
bored.
I'm here, yeah. Or if I'm here, you know, around lyric, then I usually listen to the podcast.
Yeah, and he lets me know every time. He's like,
Yeah.
I listened to this week's episode. I'm like, what do you think? He's like, oh, it's good.
Yeah, that's it's good.
That's it.
It's good.
Any comment? No, it's good. Keep going.
Okay, if you want to use this opportunity to plug your stuff, your music, your podcast.
Well, you can see it here on
Yeah, but only
On the
YouTube can
YouTube.
see it.
yeah.
Not our listeners.
So I guess you can go on my website, tepno.com, TEPNO.com, or any streaming platform, TEP space NO. And yeah, I'm going on another tour there called the Bigger Than God tour. And I'm probably shooting a music video for my song "Bigger Than God" very soon. So yeah, it's gonna be on YouTube, probably on because now you can watch music videos on Spotify too. So that's about it, really.
That's it. I'm doing all these things, but that's
I think I
not-
have
that's it.
one. I have one Canadian date, I think, and it's Vancouver.
Fuck! I can't even go.
Yeah, there's not like a. I mean, I don't remember, but I don't think there's a Toronto date for
Don't
my
even
Bigger
remember
Than
your
God.
own tour. You're just like, I
No.
don't even know where I'm going.
I,
I just
They
show
just
up.
tell me where to go and I show up.
honestly, I was on tour. Like my last tour, I didn't know where I was going next. I was just looking at my my Expedia app, and then I was like, "Oh, okay, I have to fly there." And sometimes I would go on the other group's Spotify to know which venue I was performing at, or my Spotify. Like I would go on my Spotify because like I'm looking at my Spotify now, and like I can see all the venues, but like if you're doing eight shows in a row, 9 shows in a row, you don't know where you're going anymore. And then you're just like, well, and people ask, "Oh, where have you been?" And I'm like, I'm trying to think in my head, okay, I've been there, I've been there, been there. And then they're like, "Oh my God, you've been like at a lot of places." And I'm like, I guess.
It's
like,
okay. He puts in the calendar Chris show.
yeah.
So I'm in the calendar and I'm like, I don't know where he is. He's
Yeah.
just
It's just
performing
Chris show.
tonight. I guess.
Well, you know, I'm going to Vegas on the 29th this month.
Of March, yeah.
Yeah. So at least you know that I'm going there.
One
So,
place.
just doing a quick show in Vegas, then coming back home. You know, it's probably going to be a lot of people. The show pays well. It's Vegas. You know, you go and gamble a little bit, not
Some
too much.
cards.
But
You're gonna go watch people
Yeah.
buy some cards.
you're gonna buy all the sports cards.
Go to the pawn shops.
Yeah, actually, we went to the pawn shop once. The what is it called from Pawn Star?
Pawn stars, yeah.
Yeah, we went there once. It was fun.
It was
It was small.
yeah.
It was very small.
It wasn't worth the $12 Uber.
Whatever.
They had
Then we
the
went-
pawn mall next door and
Then we
everything
went to
was
the-
shut down.
Yeah.
Pawn World's not doing very well.
No.
And then we went to the Vegas Mall
That's
after.
better. Yeah.
Yeah. To eat at California Pizza Kitchen, which is pretty good.
Vegas
But
is
we did-
fun.
We did a few things in Vegas.
Well, the opinionated
you guys
lushes
did a
also
few
went to
things.
Vegas.
Yeah, you guys did a
Once
few
upon a
things when
time
you
ago.
went there.
Oh my god,
It was
so
so
long. ago.
long. Yeah, I know. At least this October we're getting together again.
Yes, we'll
Yeah,
be
I
going
heard.
to Kentucky.
Books and bourbon, spooky sorore.
That's really
so
nice.
war-
Kentucky's
yeah.
really nice.
He would know.
Yeah.
guys.
I passed by there with the Greyhound bus. Yeah. Because I was doing, I can't remember where, but we just passed through Kentucky, went to, I think, Sonora, Kentucky, and then I think we ended in Indianapolis, so I could do my show there. But yeah, it's nice. It reminds me a lot of, here a little bit, lots of trees, lots of, it's nice.
That's
It's-
good. I will take lots of pictures and show you while you're looking after the children.
Yeah. Exactly. And hopefully my parents can maybe take lyrics for a day or two.
That'd be nice. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'm going to thank our VIP Patreon, Stephanie Hurst, once again for hanging in there and being our VIP Patreon. We'll meet her in person eventually, but for listeners out there, check out our Books and Booze series. We just released, by the time this episode comes out, a couple episodes finishing off season 2. We do have an episode with Stephanie, so check that out. supports us. Follow Dawn on her TikTok if you want more book related news.
Book related news at 7.
And yeah, thank you so much to my husband, the good husband, Tep No, for coming on my podcast. I appreciate it.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Chris.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Yeah.
Thank you.
We need to have like maybe all the husbands on
Yeah.
one
To
day.
That
play
would
a
be
drinking
awesome.
game.
I
To play snakes.
love my snake.
Just get them for like 30 minutes max.
Father's Day episode.
Yeah.
Dude, doable.
There we go. We just have to like drug Dave to get him.
Yeah.
Okay, we have
We'll
like
got it.
audio of him talking about swinging his dick. So video of his
Perfect.
face
Blackmail.
So that's a
should be
start.
enough. Yeah. If he doesn't come on, I'll just play the whatever sound he was making in the background constantly. Like every time it goes to Dave, I'll just play that sound. So yeah, so he'll have to so he needs to be there now.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you all next week.
All right,
Good
good night.
night.
Bye. My name is Erin Bushnell. I'm an active duty member of the United States Air Force, and I will no longer be complicit in genocide. I'm about to engage in an extreme act of protest, but compared to what people have been experiencing in Palestine at the hands of their colonizers, it's not extreme at all. This is what our ruling class has decided will be normal. Free Palestine. Those were the last words uttered by Bushnell before he self-immolated as a form of protest against the Palestinian genocide. Tep No and I, Jessica Hart, would like to acknowledge the Palestinian genocide currently happening due to Israeli forces and the countries around the world that are complicit, including the United States. When it's rational to bomb children, but self-immolating is a mental illness, to bring awareness to such a tragedy, Bushnell was right. This is what the ruling class has considered normal. In Erin Bushnell's last words on Facebook, he wrote, "Many of us like to ask ourselves, what would I do if I was alive during slavery, or the Jim Crow South, or apartheid? What would I do if my country was committing genocide? The answer is, you're doing it right now. Free Palestine."